Thank you. I've seen a lot of people that use a hat. You might have to get a hat, wear a hat more often in the gym or something. Yeah, what's up? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Maybe right there will work good. Looks like it's going to be another one of those sunny, freezing days today, guys. I don't know what I like more, if it's just dumps snow and then it's kind of warm because it like traps all the heat in, you know? Or for it to be like sunny but just freezing cold. I got to think of some way to like consistently create some content, you know? The editing portion is just what kills me. Just trying to edit stuff. Anyways, yeah, this is Austin 2.0 with a haircut. That's what I look like, guys. What to talk about, as always. Wondering what to talk about. As always, I just want to acknowledge myself. I want to acknowledge that I'm here. I want to acknowledge that I'm working towards something, that I don't fear the routine. Why would somebody fear the routine? Yo, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. Why would you ever fear routine? I think it's because of failure. I think the reason to fear a routine is because of failure. It's like you're dedicating yourself to something. So you're gonna have much more of a chance of being able to fail at something, right? But if you don't dedicate yourself to anything, you can sort of dance around the question as to what do you do, you know? Maybe then you're more of a failure overall, though. Life is just hard. It's like, that's why I always like resort to writing, and it's just like I can express myself freely in some format that, you know, says that it's a good way to put it. I feel like I'm done using the word metaphor, you know. I want to find something else for it. I want to find some other way of expressing this idea. And how can I express it to people that have had a fairly successful world where they don't resort to denial, acts of denial and stuff? I feel like I have to start with the question why. You know, why do people do a certain thing? Coffee time already, yep. It's 9 o'clock. I've come to find out it's like if I stick with this routine of like waking up, streaming at 6, showering and whatever, like at 7, getting to the gym, get a light like blood flow in, then I usually end up at the coffee shop around 9 o'clock in the morning. It seems like pretty consistently every day. I see a lot of the same people here. There's kind of a little bit of a group of people that come and they get here at around 9 o'clock every day as well. It's a good schedule, yeah. It's like the stream from like 6 to 7 or whatever, like wakes me up, you know what I mean? It gives me time to like wake up. Sometimes it's really hard to like wake up, you know, and just get going. But if I just make sure to get on my computer and like start streaming, then I feel like it makes it so much easier. Makes it way easier to just like wake up from that point in time, and then I can like actually do stuff, you know, that's a little more difficult, a little more focused. But yeah, I found out it's like a pretty good schedule. Pretty good schedule. And then after this, go have some breakfast and kind of hang out for maybe like 15 minutes or so. Talk with some people around the house. What's planned for today? I'm trying to finish Elden Ring. I feel like I'm so close. I just have a couple more bosses, but they're kind of hard. I have to like do some prep work for them. That game I was playing, I've almost beaten it. Like I'm almost done. I just have to beat a few more bosses. But I have to like go and do some like training basically to get my character better. I'm not quite strong enough yet to like beat some certain people. So I gotta go train for a little bit. I feel like I'm starting to look old actually, finally. It's like the way my face, it's just like, yeah, I'm getting old. It's just the way that my face like holds a shape or like holds this form. It's like it's getting older. But I'm gonna beat that game hopefully today. Or at least get ready to beat it sometime like this week with like prep work and stuff like that. So maybe I'll try to make another movie of some kind. What game am I gonna play? What's up, John Doe? I still look like a kid. Yeah, but to me, I feel like I look old. You know what I mean? Like me looking at myself, because it's like I feel like I know what I've looked like my whole life. But what game am I gonna play? It's called Elden Ring. It's like was released in like 2022. It was like Game of the Year in 2022. It's supposed to be really hard. So it's like if you're gonna be a gamer, you got to beat it. Do I make movies? Yeah. I like make some movies. I have all my stuff in playlists. All my stuff on my channel is separated by playlists. You've beaten it twice, nice. I look like I've never touched a drug in my life. Is it just a haircut? Does that make you mad, or does it make you feel like, does it make you mad at me, or does it make you like me? I'm curious, kind of. The face. Oh, it's the face that makes you think that? I'm just a scared little boy, man. I'm just a scared little boy. You like me? Thanks. Sometimes I struggle with myself, though, you know? I struggle. I'm just like, God damn, is this really who I am? Right? Leave it to Beaver. I was like, I got the Captain America hairdo going. I had a gay guy tell me I look good. Does that count? I haven't had any girls. Yo, what's up, Mr. Bin Laden? How are you doing? I haven't had any girls tell me I look good, but I had a gay guy tell me I look good. For some reason, I get a lot of gay guys hit on me. Like in college, I had a bunch, always. I was just like, listen, just because you have a certain preference, it doesn't give you like the ability to like be more, I don't know, expressive than other people, so to speak. But I had a lot of gay guys hit on me. You can see that, yeah. Did you hear that story that I told you about like going to a dance once? I like went to a dance and some kid was like, hey, do you have any alcohol or whatever? And I was like, yeah, I got beer in my car. So we like went out there, we're like drinking beers in my car for like some college dance or whatever. And then he hit on me and like put his hands in my hair. I was like, we're leaving, dude. I was like, it's time to go. And I never like talked to him after that. It was so weird. But yeah, my whole perspective is just like, don't expect to be given any more privileges than like anybody else with a different preference. Yeah, you would run. Yeah, well, I mean, you still have to like respect people's rights and stuff like that, even if I was like sort of harassed, but I was just like, dude, I was like, we're done. I was like, no more beer. I was like, let's go. And then I never talked to the kid again or whatever. I didn't know he was gay at first. I didn't even know. Yo, what's up, Fear? In high school? No, this was in college. It was like a college dance. The college I went to, they had like parties all the time. Kind of funny, but they had like dance parties all the time. Everybody would like pregame and like drink a bunch of alcohol. Yeah, I remember you, Fear. Remember, you told me to say your name is Fear. And I said like F3RET the first time. That's how I know. That's how you'll know it's me, that I remember you. But yeah. And then one of my roommates, his brother was gay. And he like came and like stayed at our house for like a long time. You're not the first guy in stream. Nope, you're not. Not today. I think Presley was. Yeah, Presley was. 007 Presley was the first guy in stream today for the coffee shop. Yeah, you know what? I kind of like the traditional look a little bit. It's just like it's been so long since I've had short hair. You know, like it's been so long. Definitely not for you. Yeah, I used to go to dances all the time, like, and just like just like grind on chicks and stuff like that. That was like me and like a bunch of other guys, and you just like hook up with girls or whatever. But I always thought it was fun. You versus Presley. Well, it was Presley then like John Doe, I think. Yeah, the dances were kind of lame unless you pre-gamed before you went, you know? But I mean, I was around people that were like doing pretty hardcore stuff, like, you know, everything you can think of. It was just the football team and the athletic teams. Like, they didn't really have to like live up to like the, they just had a lot of substance abuse things. So I was around that my whole college life. What? Back in 5th grade, your friend you were playing around, he tried to kick you. You caught his leg and went to the office and they said you can then dance. Nice, you can dance. I'll tell you some elementary stories. We used to play like football. Never went to college, but heard stories, yeah. Yeah, college is, I mean, I just feel like at some point in time I had to grow up. Like I don't do anything like that anymore. It was just like I have to grow up, kind of like I have to take care of myself, you know. And I still like took care of myself during that whole time, but I was going to the gym like pretty rigorously or whatever. You can't dance? Oh, I see what you're saying. You can't go to the dance. I gotcha. Yeah, but back in elementary school when I went, we used to play football before school would start. Everyone would get there at like, school started at 7, we'd all get there at like 6. And one time I got clotheslined. Ordered black coffee, I know, right? It just tastes like like chocolate milk to me though. It's so good. Yeah, we used to play football before and somebody clotheslined me. I caught a ball. I went out on like a route, like a short route. You know what I mean? And this guy threw me the football, and then I went to go and run, and after I caught it, and I got clotheslined. And I did a whole flip, a backflip. And they made it illegal to play football in the morning after that. The school did. They were like, you can't play football, you can't play tackle football like at this school anymore. I did like a whole backflip. Somebody just came by and went like this, kuh, and just like hit me right across the neck. We used to play dodgeball, and then someone got hit in the face, and we couldn't play dodgeball anymore. I have a lot of stories like that. One time, I got a whole school dance canceled because some friends and me, we had like one of those fart bombs. You got suspended at least once a year starting in 1st grade. Yeah, me too, kind of actually. When I was a kid, I wanted to grow up to be a comedian, is what I wanted to do. You used to do. But yeah, I used to go to the office a lot as well for like talking. It was mostly just like talking out of turn. You got suspended a lot, yeah. It sounds like we all did. I used to talk a lot during class, you know? And my teachers would be like, no talking. And then I would talk again and they'd send me to the office. But I used to tell a lot of jokes too. I used to want to be, like, grow up to be a comedian, is what I wanted to do. So I got sent. One time in junior high, I got a whole dance canceled because, like, you're an innocent child. Nice. What? You always flooded the urinal? I think I just inherited it from my dad. He's kind of a rebel a little bit. He doesn't follow, he just does his own thing, you know? But one time I had this fart bomb, if you know what those are, where it's like you push it and then it fills up and explodes. And we did that in like the commons at lunchtime in junior high, and they canceled the whole dance. And they like took us in and interrogated us and stuff. You already said this one, if I saw, it's because he was too clingy. You said this one like 2 days ago. It's because he was too clingy, right? Yeah, you already said this one. And then you told, yeah, and then you told the one about the why don't skeletons fight because they have no guts. You farted for like 5 seconds. I had a friend who would do that. He would make everybody laugh by like letting out big farts. His name was Brady Scow, and like he would always in the middle of class just like let out the biggest farts, and then everybody would start laughing. Your part was like nuke. But yeah, your farts was like nuke. Dang. All right, Fear. See you later. Thanks for joining, man. Thanks for all the likes, guys. Yeah, what else did I do? In high school, I sort of shaped up a little bit. You thought I was going to end the stream? No. I still haven't finished my coffee yet. It's like half full still. It's only been 20 minutes. But yeah, in high school, I sort of stopped doing everything. I was like, okay, maybe I'm not going to be a comedian, you know what I mean? Like, maybe I'm not going to be able to be a comedian. And so I like started taking school seriously, dare or truth. I'm afraid of this game. I'm so afraid. What are you going to dare me this time? Dare. I'm always curious what your dares are. But yeah, in high school, I sort of stopped doing all the prank stuff or whatever. With all my friends, we were still kind of punks. We like skateboarded around the town and everything like that, you know. Do nothing. How's that? How's that for doing nothing? Yo, thanks for the like. Yeah, and then in college, I sped through college, but you know what I mean? I didn't really have to get pulled over, but it ended up taking its toll on me, you know what I mean? Like just partying and stuff like that. It ended up taking its toll eventually. Yo, thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you. Yeah, now it's just like 10 like a word. I know, right? We're almost there. Almost. Yeah, that happens. Yeah, it all caught up to me eventually, you know what I mean? Just like I couldn't live like that anymore. Basically. And that's when I just like had to go through a bunch of like learn how to reprocess the world and stuff like that, you know? Like I had to like regrow. What's my favorite song? It's called like I like funk, Phonk, and one of the songs is called like Love. It's like a funk song. I think it's by Cyrex. It's like sort of like techno punk. It's like a techno punk like kind of thing. Eternal Love or something like that by Cyrex. It just like pumps me up. It's like very like hardcore. It's like very hardcore music. Yeah, you'll have to look it up if you want to. If you type in like Love Cyrex Funk, you'll find it. It's kind of like hardcore music. Like almost don't listen to it unless you want to be like angry, you know. Anyways, does anybody else have any like big plans for the day, you know? My days used to be just like full of me like making things, you know what I mean? Like for a while I made like arrowheads. I used to just do art all day. Stuff like that. Does anybody else have like big plans for the day or anything? I don't know if we're gonna hit those 10 likes though. We're gonna be stuck at 9, watch. We're just gonna cap out at 9. Kind of just a chill morning. I don't have any like pressing thoughts like a lot of times, you know. California Girl by Katy Perry, nice. What if I eventually just become like a normal person on like by streaming, you know? Will I have like any like weirdness to me that's like, oh yeah, this guy's different, you know? I kind of fear being normal a little bit, or I used to at least. You know? Maybe I can finally listen, you know? Maybe I can finally like try to understand something other than myself. I'm just here to listen. I'm here to try to, that's my mission for today, is learn how to listen, but I need to be like going to where I can listen, you know? Like, how can I make myself be a part of somewhere where listening is like Venom? Like the movie Venom? The Spider-Man guy? Is that what you're talking about? I could tell you guys another story from my childhood. So my grandpa gave me a BB gun when I was a kid. And I used to go and just chase rabbits all day. I was like trying to always shoot a rabbit. I felt like a lion. I was like a little lion. And like I would just walk around the desert because he lived in the desert. And I would walk around and just stalk rabbits like all day. Kind of weird, huh? Like I look back on that memory and it really was like I was a lion. It's like I was a kid and like had no like thoughts about the world, you know what I mean? Everything was just what it was. Like somehow it was so out of my control, but I was so connected at the same time. It was like I listened. What's my phobia? I hate the idea of drowning. I hate the idea of drowning. Just seems terrible. Like in a car or something like that, I don't know. I just hate the idea of it. Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to walk around. My grandpa lived in the desert and he gave me a gun. And I used to walk around and hunt these rabbits. And like I would just spend all day just like walking around the desert, like with my gun, like trying to kill a rabbit. I seriously felt like a cat or something like that. I remember it like vividly, like going behind all these bushes and like walking extremely slow, like sneaking up on things and like trying to get as close as I could. I don't think I ever got anything though, you know, which is kind of funny, but What gun? Just a BB gun. I was like, I had to only be like 7 or something like that, like 7 years old. But my grandpa gave it to me. Just a BB gun. Yeah, and I would like, I mean, I was only like 7, but he just lived in the desert, and he had like desert hares. He had like desert hares and stuff like that was there. And he had like road runners that were there. And the road runners are super cool. Red Ryder, yeah, it probably was a Red Ryder. And like he had like quail there. It's like a kind of bird that has like a little like dangly piece on their head. And he had like rabbits and road runners and stuff like that, and lizards. And I would always try and catch lizards. And I used to just walk around. Yo, we reached 10 likes, guys. You have thalassophobia, fear of drowning. So yeah, like I was always just I would spend like, my parents used to have my grandparents like babysit me a lot. And I would just walk around outside like all day long in the desert. And just like, my hair was super blonde because I would spend all day outside, like as much as I could. It was like bright blonde, like no pigment at all. And yeah, it just feels so wild. Like I was so careful about every movement. Like I would go and I'd sneak inside bushes with all these thorns in it and stuff like that, and like hide there until like animals came out and stuff. Like crazy stuff. Like I would seriously like go and hide in a bush for like an hour until like stuff came out. And I would try and like shoot it. Same out there. You used to do that too? Isn't that kind of wild? It was just like, you were so focused on that, you could like cancel everything out and just like go and like walk around and like try to catch something. And you changed it to someone drowning? That's terrible, man. That's terrible. You're gonna give me nightmares somehow. Somehow it's gonna like subliminally like influence my thoughts, and I'm gonna like get nightmares or something like that. Yeah, you're gonna like give me nightmares, man. What else did I used to do? I'm trying to think of something else I used to do as a kid that was like really interesting. I used to go and like, oh, you're fine. Spent a lot of time outside. Nice. Yeah, I used to as well. Just like, I used to play this game, right, in my backyard, where it's like you couldn't touch the ground, and I used to bring friends over, and it was like, can you get to the front yard without touching the ground at all? And I used to play that all the time. And so it was like, mostly what it ended up being was like doorbell ditching. Yeah, I used to do that as well with my friends. That was like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just going over to Sean's house. One of my friends' name is Sean. It's just like, oh yeah, I'm going over to Sean's house. We're just gonna have a sleepover. Oh yeah, we're just gonna play outside, you know? And then it's like Friday night, and we go, and it's like the most rebellious thing you can do, ringing somebody's doorbell and just like running away. When in reality, they're just like, come to the door. You changed it to my face? What picture is that though? That's when I had like crazy hair, isn't it? Or like some more wild hair. But yeah, doorbell ditching. That's one we used to do, and it was just like run for your life, you know? Yeah, prank calls. I remember doing that as well. But you could still, even with when people had caller ID, if you just pushed *67, you could block your number before. Push *67 and then you know. Yeah, I remember it too. Like I remember stuff. Like I remember all the old channels on cable, like 58's Comedy Central, 29 is like Cartoon Network, stuff like that. Like 27 is like Disney Channel. I remember all the channels on the TV for like cable, you know? Back when the world made more sense, I feel like, you know? Like I said, it was almost like I had less control, but I was more like focused in the world. I had more focus and stuff. I used to make potions. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? I don't know. But I used to make potions in like the bathroom with like all the bathroom like supplies or whatever. HBO, yeah. After midnight, yeah. Mine, it was Adult Swim after like some cartoons, and then it was like Girls Gone Wild, and like they had like another show. It was called like the Playboy Mansion, and it was like a reality show about Hugh Hefner, and it just walked around. It was like had like the naked girls and stuff like that, like walking around the Playboy Mansion. So yeah, I remember that. What else? Going to church. I used to be like the best kid at church. You know? Just like going to church and just like, you can't question anything. Like I remember as a kid, it was like, as soon as I questioned stuff, like if I questioned God or something like that, then I was a bad kid. I remember that, like growing up and just being like, no, like God's always watching. I remember that. Like, I'll tell you guys some memories I had. Like, I remember going to like the bathroom and like looking in the mirror and like thinking like, is God watching me do this? And all he was doing was just like looking in the mirror, right? Like just stupid stuff. Like, yeah, like going and looking in the mirror and I'd just be standing there looking at myself. Oh yeah, I walked through an empty field. It was so scary. America's Most Wanted. I used to do in junior high, I used to do like toilet papering and stuff like that too, you know? You like go take toilet paper and throw it over people's trees and stuff. I never got caught for any of this stuff. Egging? Did you ever go egging? Yeah, I was kind of a bad kid. I just grew up with like a gang. Like in all honesty, like the group of kids I grew up with, we were like technically like a gang, you know. I remember doing like cornfields when I was a kid and thinking like, oh, this is the scariest thing. I remember going with girls to like cornfields and just like thinking like, oh, this is my chance. This is my chance to like hold her hand or something like that, you know, like egging, yeah. But yeah, like during October and stuff like that. Oh, because he was outstanding in his field. I got it, Faisal, I see it. Good one. I saw the joke. That's a good one, Faisal. Yeah, like I remember during like Halloween, like going and always thinking like, oh yeah, now's my chance to like hold this girl's hand or like be close to her, you know, or something like that, because she's gonna be scared, and I'm not afraid or whatever. Funny stuff. I was obsessed with Pokemon cards though as a kid too. Like my dad, probably the only reason I was is because my dad, like, if we like cleaned up and stuff like that, he would give us Pokemon cards. So I think he made me addicted to Pokemon as a child. Cause like, yeah, he would just be like, I'll buy you guys Pokemon cards if you like clean up. So like really, I think the biggest reason why I kind of was like a nerd is because my dad. He would, like one time he was just like, "Oh, I probably can get them to like clean up if I buy them these like toys." So yeah, he was just like, "Oh yeah, if you guys clean up, I'll buy you Pokemon cards." So we would just like do work all the time for Pokemon cards, and he would give us them. Like, thanks, Dad. He made me kind of a nerd, kind of funny. At work, if you want to watch TV, nice. So he got you addicted to TV. Yeah, my dad got me addicted to Pokemon. Like he's not like a nerd at all. My dad's like a hardworking construction guy. Like, but I think he was just like he's like blue collar all the way. He was just like, oh, I can get them to clean if I buy them this or whatever. So your dad got you addicted to television, huh? I used to always make forts too, like with some of my friends. We'd go and like make forts and stuff like that all the time in like the woods and whatever. So yeah, pretty good childhood, I guess, you know. I guess it was a pretty good childhood. Can't complain. I remember getting my first M-rated game. It was Diablo. And my mom was like, my mom bought it for me because you had to have a parent buy it for you, you know? And she's like, are you sure this isn't bad? And I was like, no, it's not. I just wanted to play it so bad. But that was like the biggest thing when I was a kid. Like, oh, it's M-rated, rated mature. But I had to be only like 10 years old and I was playing like M games basically. I would just stay up all night playing it. And it's like a game where you were fighting the devil, basically. It was so weird. I think my parents did stuff with TV too. They're like, you can't watch TV unless you do this chore or something like that, you know. But yeah, being a kid is so weird. Oh yeah, 18 for Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I'm sure it was just like that. Yeah, it was like M mature rated for 18-year-olds. You know, my mom bought me an M. Like I said, my mom bought me an M game. She's like, it's not bad, right? And I was like, nope, it's not bad. It just has like nudity in it and like blood and like violence is all, you know. That's the only thing. Playing baseball every year. Played baseball like every year growing up. I was on like the Cubs, the Phillies. What else? Who else? Mostly I think just like the Cubs and the Phillies. That's who I played for. I tried pitching for a while, pitching baseball. Then they came out with a PG version with no blood. I never saw that version. Yeah, I never saw the PG Mortal Kombat. Dude, Mortal Kombat is intense. I played it on the N64 a while ago, and I was like, this is like so violent and like crazy, you know, like the old one. I actually streamed it on my channel like 7 months ago or something. I used to play all the time. Yo, what's up, Attitude Queen? Hello. Welcome. Hey guys, I'm gonna order another coffee to go. Hang on one sec. I'm gonna order one to go. Can I just get a small cappuccino with like extra foam, please? Thanks.
Sorry, I thought it was.
Oh, you're fine.
You said extra foot.
So yeah, it's just a small cappuccino. I do that all the time. What was I doing?
We're at 5:16. There's that DoorDash.
What about me? I'm doing good. Attitude Queen. Grand Theft Auto, yeah. I had a friend that had like an older brother who was like 6 years older than us. His name was Nick, and he had the original Grand Theft Auto. And he's like, "You want to play it?" I'm like, "Sure." And all you're doing is like, it's like the one where you see things from overhead. You know what I mean? Like above the person or whatever. And just running around shooting everybody and like getting in a tank or getting in a car and running from everybody. Yeah. My one of my best friends, his older brother, yeah, used to let me play it. Where am I from? Utah in the United States. I'm in the western United States. We're surrounded by mountains here. It's like all snowy and cold. See all the snow on the mountains? But the whole state or the whole valley, it's called the Salt Lake Valley. And the entire Salt Lake Valley is like, has a ring of mountains around it. What are you talking about, Presley? Every girl is cute, right? Yeah, just called the Utah Valley or the Salt Lake Valley. There's a lot of military here because it's like, they say it's like a super defendable position. So we have like a huge Air Force and stuff. Oh, you mean you're talking about the person you're from Pakistan? Cool. I hope you're doing good. Thank you for joining my stream and being lovely and nice. Yeah, you're talking about the person at the counter, huh? Everyone here is nice to me, so. Yeah, I know who you're talking about, yeah. That's cool though, Attitude Queen. I like to travel all over the place. I have yet to be to the Middle East. My parents went to Egypt, they went to Egypt and Jordan and Turkey, Constantinople. The closest I've ever been to like the Middle East or anything like that is like I went to Italy and Greece. I went to Greece and like went on a cruise like around the Mediterranean. But that's as close as I've been, like Malta. And like Italy had a lot of people from Turkey. But I thought it was beautiful. It's like the weather is just so hot and like I think the people over in that area of the world are beautiful. You know? I like saw a lot of beautiful people. But a lot of really old stuff. It's all right. It's okay, don't worry about it. Thank you for the coffee. Do you want me to go grab you some cough drops from the Walgreens over there?
Oh, you're all good, thank you.
Are you sure?
I have some in my car, so I might break up and grab some, but thank you.
Okay, no problem.
That's
I was
so
like,
nice.
yeah, I know what it's like to just have like
Oh my
a
God.
cough that you can't get rid of. Yeah. Pakistan, Lahore. Yeah. Maybe if I knew some people, like knew more people or something like that, you know what I mean? Like I went to like Greece to like go see Athens and stuff. You know, but that's the closest I've ever been to the Middle East. And I've been to Russia. I've been to Russia once. You know, it just seemed very like gray. Like if I had to describe Russia, it was just like, man, the place is like so gray. But that's kind of like what it is here too. So we live in a desert. Like technically where I live is a desert. Utah is considered a desert. And Presley, I think, lives in the desert too. So everybody here is like from the desert. We got like Saudi Arabia. We're all desert people. That's funny. Order hot chocolate. But hey guys, I think I'm gonna go. You can always comment on any of my videos, you know what I mean? And I'll comment back. Like if you guys say anything in my community or on one of my videos, I'll say what's up. I'll give you my thoughts. So I'm gonna go, guys. I'm gonna go start my day. But I appreciate everybody coming here and saying hello. Like Attitude Queen, I think you're kind of new, so welcome to the club. We try to talk about a lot of things. We try to talk about what money means and what life, you know, what life is, what we should really look towards. Is everybody, do we all have one eye, or does that make us blind like the Cyclops? We can't see anything in front of us or behind. Bad parenting. I still got to be Elden Ring, man. I still got to be Elden Ring, Faisal. But all right, guys, take care. Yeah, thank you so much, Attitude Queen. Thank you. You'll have to join more. I stream every morning at 6, from like 6 to 10 o'clock. I stream, and I have breakfast, and then I stream from like 11 to 3, playing games usually, and then I stream at the gym again from like 5 to like 7, and then I just do a freestyle thing later at night. So I'm always on. But yeah, thanks for joining. But anyways, guys, why do I play Marvel Rivals? Because I was like, oh, it's a super popular game right now. It's like every streamer had to play it at least once. I was gonna try to see if I could get a good rank in it, but it's hard. It's hard to get a good rank in Marvel Rivals. All right, I'll see you there, Queen. But all right, guys, take care. Thanks for joining. I'll see you later.